What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. So if you've been following the channel for a while, you'll know I'm doing a little bit of a series on the cars in California. The cars being, in no particular order, the whites, the Southsiders, the Norteños, blacks, others, paisas, bulldogs. So I've done a video called Doing Time with Norteños. I've done a video called Doing Time with Serranos. There's going to be a part 2 to that. In fact, it's probably going to be my next video. So now I'm going to do today Doing Time with the Blacks. And that's a name they're called statewide. It's not what I'm calling them for this video. They don't go by Crips or Bloods. They all come in and unite under their race like everybody else. They're the blacks. I mean, if you've seen a bunch of Crips and Bloods and stuff working out over here and you walk by and say, hey, whose workout area is that? They're going to say, that's the blacks' workout area. So, today, Doing Time with the Blacks. Now, as a wood, can't do much as far as programming with them. Not much we could do. We cannot cell up with them or bunk up with them. Cannot eat after them, smoke after them. Cannot work out with them. Now, if you get there and you see a buddy that you went to high school with or something, of course you could chop it up and all that, hit a couple laps. That's about it. I mean, if you start hitting laps every day and it becomes a thing, you're probably not going to get jumped or beat up. You're going to get like, you're going to get that look. People are going to give you a funny look. Your homeboys probably pull you up and say, you know, kill game. Quit doing all that. For instance, when I was at Solidarity in the gym, after we had the riot with the blacks, there was no blacks in there. And there was two sides to it. So white, Southsiders, and Paisas had our side with the TV and some benches and some tables for eating and cards. Then on this side was the blacks, others, Norteños. But since we had that riot, there were no blacks in there. So just the Norteños had that side. Two TVs. Our side, the white side, Southsider side, they were playing like X-Files or something on the TV, something I was not interested in. On the black Norteño side, it was like some kind of music show, like, I don't know, some kind of, like I said, it was a music award show, and they had live performances and stuff, and I was kind of into it, I was kind of feeling it. And I asked one of the Norteños, I said, dude, can I watch it? He said I could sit on the first bench in their day room so I could watch the thing. I was allowed to sit on that first bench. So I was sitting there, and no one was tripping, but a couple white guys would come by and give me the stink eye, looking at me like, you know, what are you doing? In fact, I think someone asked me, one of my homeboys, like, what are you doing in their day room? I think, you know, what are you doing in the blacks' day room, he said. I said, there's no blacks here. He said, yeah, it's still the blacks' day room. I go, well, that's one of Norteños. He said, I could have this first bench to watch the show. He's like, nope. So, we couldn't do it. And, like I said, they gave me the old stink eye, walking by, looking at me funny, but I didn't think it was that big of a deal, man. But, like I said, you cannot program with them at all. What you can do, though, is business. You can do business with them all day long. When I was at CMC West, there's this black dude named Snake. I noticed, he was from Sacramento. I noticed every day after lunch, he'd go off in the corner by the TV room, smoke himself a big old fatty, some bomb-ass weed. And I would always ask him to sell me some. I was sitting fat, I'd had a settlement, and my lawyers were holding a bunch of money for me. I could send money anywhere, I could do anything I wanted. I was like, sell me some, a mail out, I'll send you a package, money on your books, whatever. He's like, nope. One time he slid me a joint on the strength, and it was some fire-ass weed, man. He would not sell me none, though. What he wanted was $100 bills, that's it. He said, you give me a $100 bill, and I will give you 13 caps, they call it. They call it cap, because back in the old school days, they would take, I think, like a toothpaste cap or something, fill it up full of weed, some kind of cap, and dump it out. It'd be a cap, that'd be your weed. Now there's no caps. They call it a cap, it's slang, they eyeball you out. What it amounts to anywhere between a pinner joint or a fat joint. Snake, he had some fat caps, fat joints. Give me 13 of them for a $100 bill. Where the hell am I going to get a $100 bill, though? I'm in prison. I'm not getting no, no business, no action, what the hell? So I had this dilemma, and I was sitting there talking to some dude, and he's like, wait a minute, though. He goes, I'm getting ready to get a family visit. Conjugal visit. What it is, though, if you're married, but his was interesting, I'll get to it. If you're married, and if you don't have any spouse abuses, nothing like that, no violence, your wife can literally, you put yourself on your name on a list once every 90 days, once every 4 or 5 months. If you're not getting in trouble, your wife could come stay in the straight love shack with you for the weekend, 3 or 4 days. Stay with you the whole time, dude. And, of course, I'm not giving them no game. I mean, duh, stuff comes in that way. Everybody knows it. We all know it. This dude was going on a conjugal visit, but the thing was, it was his mom. His mom was coming to visit him, to stay 3 or 4 nights with him in the love shack. I was like, what? Kind of tripped me out. Like, my mom doesn't come visit me, not even on a regular visit. And my mom damn sure would not come stay, do a visit with me for 3 or 4 nights, overstay in the love shack. I almost called it a conjugal visit, but conjugal means sex. So it was not a conjugal visit because it was with his mom. I'm sure they weren't doing anything. But I wonder why she would come stay 3 or 4 days with him. He was doing 5 years, but he was older. He was like 40 or 50. Maybe his mom was 70 or 80. He was sick. He didn't go into all that kind of detail. All I knew, his mom was coming to stay with him for 3 or 4 days in the motherfucking Love Shack. She was going to bring, after I talked to him, he set up, she was going to bring me some $100 bills. Charged me though. So he brought me $100 bills and I had to give him $1,000. Which is a high price, yes. But I wanted that pot. And it's funny, like I said, my lawyers were moving money around for me. I had a bunch of money, and, not a bunch, I had $17,000. And so I was doing all kinds of mail-outs and shit, and my lawyers thought I was being extorted. So they wrote me a letter and said, hey, do you want us to send you a letter saying that you're broke and you have no money, so the people who are pushing up on you, extorting you and robbing you could show them, look, this letter from my lawyer, I'm broke, I have no money. And I was like, nah, don't send me no fake letter, talk about extorted. I go, all this money I'm sending out, it's on my own free will, keep sending that shit. But it was random, man. 5 in here, a couple in here. It was chipping them out. So I ended up getting these $100 bills, and I ended up smoking fat, getting the weed from Snake. I also ended up losing $1,000. A trip on this. I was talking to this dude. He was getting visits. I wanted to bring something in, but what I was supposed to do is send his girl on the street $1,000. What she was going to bring in wouldn't even cost that much, not nearly that. But I was pretty much just hooking her up with a lot of money to convince her to do it. She didn't want to do it, so I really had to make it sweet. Her end of the deal, had to fatten it up. So like a whole $1,000 I was going to give, and I did give. I have it sent. She was supposed to come on a visit a certain day. They were not supposed to talk about nothing over the phone. Only supposed to talk about it at visits. Even if it took a month, man, I said no phone conversations at all, man. They listen to that shit. Just had a visits, work it out, this and that. Wasn't even that big of a deal. Wasn't that serious. Another $1,000. Supposed to have a visit on Saturday, whatever. They come snatch him up like on a Wednesday. Come in and arrest him. Boom. I knew that's what it was. Automatically I thought, fuck, that fool was talking about it on the phone and shit. So I had my people contact her and was like, hey, I need to get that $1,000 back. Or even shoot me $500 back or something. But dude's gone. You're not bringing a visit. Nothing happening. Like, you don't need my whole G like that. You shouldn't get to keep my $1,000. She's pretty much saying like, no, fuck you. But I knew where she worked at and had her phone number and all that. So I ended up getting out, actually about a couple months later. And I was hanging out this pad, and just by random, there's this Nazi writer there. I didn't really know this dude. So this NLR dude was there. We'll kick it back, and he tells me that he just paroled from Pelican Bay, and that dude that lived next to him for like 5 years had just paroled too, and he was in LA, and he was going to go hook up with him. They were going to do some things. And he said the town he was going to go to in LA, where his neighbor was from Pelican Bay, was the same town that girl was in that I gave the $1,000 to. And I was like, oh shit, dude. And I told him my situation. I was like, man, I just got ripped off $1,000 from chick that lives in that town you're going to. It's your homie knows, whatever, your friend, your neighbor. He's like, oh, don't trip, I'll get it handled. So a couple of days goes by, I kind of forget about it. Because we were just shooting heroin, hanging out, and talking all night. You talk, I didn't expect nothing to happen of it. A couple of days later, he hits me up, he finds me, he's like, dude, I've been looking for you, man, let's roll. Let's go handle that. You just have to give homeboy this much, X amount of dollars, he's going to get that money back for you. And I was like, what? I was like, oh, nah, dude, I squashed it. I was like, fuck that money's long gone. That broad don't have that $1,000. I don't want these crazy-ass dudes pushing up on her. I just squashed it, I wasn't tripping, man. And it wasn't the fucking first time I came up short on some money like that. It wasn't the last. Matter of fact, when I got out, it wasn't even that time. So I pro from Soledad. I had $10,000 waiting for me, and I got burned for $2 grand. Right off the top. This black dude, as a matter of fact, run this fucking drag on me, hustled the hell out of me. That will be talked about at a later time. So, this video doing China Blacks, man. So you're going to do business with them. And where am I at in the video? Hold up real quick. Okay, I know where I'm at. What happened was, I'm sure you guys caught it, I stuttered a couple minutes back. And it threw me off. And shoot, sometimes I start a whole video all over again for shit like that. But I'm 9 minutes deep. I'm not going to start all over. Fuck it. It is what it is. I do stutter sometimes and talk fast. Fuck it. So one time I was in Wasco reception. This black dude slept next to me. His older kid was like 60. He was like 60 years old, at least. He was buff though, and he always had his jacket on. A lot of them dudes would keep their jacket on all the time. You can't even really tell how big they are. But I can tell this dude was kind of buff. He slept next to me. He's always slamming his door, his drawer on his bunk bed. It's all made of metal. And I mean, he's just slamming it all the time, getting into that thing. Now, you cannot sleep after breakfast at Wasco reception. Come back, you roll your mattress up, lean back, have your coffee, be reading your book, and just chilling. This dude, he'd be up, and what happens, they give you a sack lunch with your breakfast. So he'd be having his sack lunch inside of his locker, he'd get the apple out, slam, boom, Then he put the apple away, get a Kool-Aid packet, bam, keep getting into his locker and just slamming the fuck out of it. Now, per politics, I can't really do much about it. Confront him, but I did confront him, and I asked him if he could please quit slamming his fucking locker like that. He blew me off. Nah, I ain't slamming it. So my next step, I'd have to talk to the dude who has the keys for the whites. A dude named Doug Dunlap, Oildale. He passed away. Rest in peace, Doug. See, a lot of people think that he overdosed, but he did not overdose on heroin. What happened was he did too big of a shot and nodded out and fell over and hit his head on the toilet and died that way. It's sad. In any event, to see someone lose their life, my drugs. Rest in peace, homeboy. But let me tell you a little side note about Doug, though. On the streets, man. Okay, so he brought this chick to me one time. And she was crying. Her Corvette had gotten pounded. They were holding it for 30 days. She was begging me, please, please, please. I loaned her the $2,000 to get her car out. She doesn't want to lose it. I could hold the car. It's a real fancy Corvette worth a lot of money. If she'll give me the $2,000 back, I can keep the car. Please, please, please. Don't let her lose it. I don't want to do it. I said, fuck it. I gave her the $2,000. She gets the car. She don't even come report back to me. She's bouncing all over town. Took me like 3 days to find her. Like, you better give me the fucking $2,000 or get that car to my house right now. Takes the car to my house. She ain't making no payments, nothing. I get busted like a month later. What do you think happens? I'm in the holding tank still, man. Only been busted like about 2 hours. Somehow that chick finds out, goes to my house. My mom's there with me. She's beating on the door, tell my mom, call my mom a bitch. Better give me the keys to my car. Fuck that, I want my car. I'm gonna cause all kinds of trouble. My mom's like, fuck it, here, take the keys. Get the hell out of here. But, I mean, it's crazy, man. Do someone a favor and look what happens. Backfires almost every time. So later on, I did see Doug after that, and I forgot all about it. And we're hanging out, and he's like, hey, homeboy, I apologize for what happened with that chick in that car. And he's like, oh, dude, I forgot all about that shit. Shouldn't have reminded me, you know? But, so I'm in Wasco. My neighbor's black dude keeps slamming his locker, asking to stop. It's loud as hell. I'm surprised it's not distracting other people around, but no one seems to be tripping on it. Tell Doug who has the keys. He supposedly went and talked to the black dude who has the rep. I mean, the black dude who's the rep for the building, has the keys for them. But to no avail, man, this dude keeps fucking slamming the shit. And it's pissing me off. So later on, I don't know how, but I end up in line. I'm in line to get something. They pass out toilet paper and soap, sometimes razors. I'm in line behind his bunkie. And this dude's from Bakersfield. He's cool. He raps. He'd be out this side. I'd hear him rapping. Now, you know, as a wood, I could listen to their rap, but I can't get all close with him, huddled up, and like enjoying it. You have to just kind of like ear hustle from a distance, you know, if you enjoy it. Can't get up and mix with them. But he has some skills, and I can appreciate good music. And so I'm sitting there listening to him rap here and there. He seemed like a cool dude. He's from Bakersfield. I'm in line. I tell him, I say, hey, dude, you ever notice your bunkie always slamming his locker? He's like, no, I never hear it. I don't hear it. He goes, I got earplugs in. He goes, damn, I'm surprised. I tell him, surprised I don't shake your whole fucking bed. I go, he slams the shit out of it. I've been asking him to stop. He just keeps slamming. I go, can you speak to him? He goes, yeah, no problem. So we walk back to our bunk after we get the toilet paper, whatever, and he walks up to him. That dude was sitting on his rack, and his bunkie, the guy who I talked to, walked in and slapped the shit out of him. Boom, slapped him. I go, motherfucker, you're going to sleep on the top rack now. I'm tired of you slamming your locker like that. You're waking me up every day. I'm tired of hearing it. Slapped him again. Get the fuck up. I got the bottom right now. And I didn't expect him to do all that. But he did, and I was like, oh, hell yeah, man. I thought that was cool as hell. Gave him a couple slaps. Punked him for his bed. And I didn't have to hear no more of that fucking locker slamming. Damn, I got cottonmouth, man. Thought that was cool. Let me tell you this, though, man. Black dudes, like, they really don't give a fuck. I mean, no one gives a fuck, but there's no pussies or weak motherfuckers in California. And the ones that are weak get exposed and get ran off. The GP mainline, all the cars are fucking solid. But black dudes, man, they really don't have the politics to where they have to, like I did with the locker. If the roles were reversed, if some black dude was sitting there in his bed, someone was, you know, slamming their locker, he would just handle it. Probably just reach over and just pop him in the fucking mouth. They don't have the politics where they have to go talk to the rep and get all figured out. They feel the disrespect, they're slided, they just fucking handle it. For instance, I got a video talking about the riot between the blacks and the Woods of Soledad. And it started because in the chow hall, I guess the black dude just cracked some white dude. The black guy felt disrespected or slighted, however. You know, it could have been handled a different way. It led to a big old riot. The riot could have been avoided. If he would have just talked to the rep or figured something out, I'm sure the disrespect was not intended. He just popped some dude, put him on his pockets. I mean, you can't do that. Turned into a big old fucking riot. But the black dudes don't really give a fuck. Like I say, if they feel slighted or disrespected, they're just going to fucking handle it, man. Which is good, I guess. Like I said, because they don't have that politics to where they have to talk to the rep, talk to this guy, and get it all figured out. But that's in place to avoid big riots. So anyway, I'm on the farm one time. And they have two sides. It's like they always do two different TVs. But this one was English and Spanish. It didn't matter what color you were. If you spoke English, he was over here watching TV. The whites, Southsiders, blacks, all of us over here. And the Pisces had their very own TV over here, Spanish. They were deep, though. They were deep as a motherfucker in this dorm at this time. And they had the TV loud. I will say it's loud. But again, not sleeping during the day. Especially on Saturday when they got Caliente, when there's soccer on. They're over there and woo, they're whistling. They're having a good time. They're throwing their spray and the TV's loud. And they're talking. And they're partying up. And yes, maybe it was a little bit loud too much. But I'm not going to say nothing about it. I mean, it's a jail. If we feel like their TV's loud, we just turn our TV up a little bit more louder. And so, even if I thought it was loud, I'm not going to say nothing about it. But they did have that corner back there sewed up, and it was fucking loud. Like I said, they'd be watching the shows, be having a good old fucking time. The thing about those, how the TVs hung, it was kind of like a cubby hole. It wasn't a good design, man. And the beds, they're three-tier bunks, not bunk beds, but fucking 3 beds per rack. And they would go all the way up into this corner, to where the guy over here in the corner could literally reach out and touch the TV, man. That's how close it was to it. I don't think they should have had it like that. Not the bed so close to the TV. So especially if you're sleeping in that rack, you're going to hear the TV, man. It's loud. So like I said, the Pisces are kind of loud. They got a big group, and they're always watching their show back there. And they're living it up. All of a sudden, this big old black dude comes in one night. And he's going to be in that back rack. As soon as I see him, I say to myself, he is not going to be feeling that loud-ass Spanish TV all the time, the Caliente and the soccer. I know this fool's not going to be feeling it. Like I said, a lot of people kind of thought it was loud. What can you really do? I mean, you can't cry about it. You're in jail. You just have to roll with it. And there's not really motherfucking nothing you can do. You're not going to kick a ride off over some fucking loud TV. You might ask them to turn it down. You know how that goes. They turn it down for a little bit, ends up back up loud again. But fuck, you're in jail. Expect shit to get loud. Make some earplugs if you don't like it. This big ass fucking black dude comes in there, and I'm thinking to myself, he's not going to be fucking happy about this shit. Sure enough, a couple days goes by. He starts kicking up all kinds of dust. This black dude's mad about the TV, telling them to fucking turn it down. He's sick of this shit. He don't want to fucking hear it. Turn that shit down. They're telling him, no, it's going to stay how it is. We're not going to turn it down. And one day we go have lunch. You know, the whole fucking dorm goes. You walk across the yard, get your fucking lunch. We did that. We come back. We notice that the Pisces TV is off. It's not even on anymore. And there's a big puddle of water. This black dude, what he did, he stayed behind. He motherfucking poured water on the TV and broke it. And he's standing back with his fucking dukes up like, come on, bring that shit. He's ready to fight. He had enough over the TV and he fucking straight ruined it. Now, as a white dude in Peckaway, I can never get away with that. Most people would smash me if I even thought about it. But they don't have those politics in place. He was able to do that shit. I guess he had talked to a lot of the black dudes, his homies in that dorm, and a lot of them said, don't do it. If you do it, we're not going to have your back. Sure enough, he poured the fucking water in there. Everyone started coming back. All the Pisces start rushing him. But he was a big dude, and he was backed up like in a corner, and they couldn't really get to him. He was just knocking him out. As soon as they were running up on him, they were getting put on their pockets. He was in a good position to defend himself. They couldn't surround him. Eventually, people start coming in from other barracks, running in, and a big old thing happened. It was a riot between blacks and Pisces over that TV. And man, I've seen it happen like 3 or 4 times. The point and the meaning being because fucking the blacks, if they think that shit's loud, they don't give a fuck. They'll start a bunch of shit. Fuck it. Well, like I said, I'm probably repeating myself, but whites were not going to get all tripped out over a loud TV. So, I'm going to go with one more story, man. There's this dude. I knew him from the streets. I don't really like this cat, man. He's actually from my neighborhood. He's a welder. He drove a welding truck. And that was his name. If his name's Tom, he'd be Welder Tom. If his name was motherfucking Bob, it'd be Welder Bob. I'm not going to give you his real name. I'm just going to call him Welder. He drove a welding truck around, always had work clothes on, welder clothes, but motherfucker was never at work. During the day, he'd be at the dope houses just like I was, sitting around doing dope, chasing dope, in a fucking welding truck with welding clothes on. Then he had the fucking tape measure hanging off his fucking belt and the whole 9. He was a real cocky, smart-ass motherfucker. I didn't like him. A lot of people, man, he was like an older type dude. A lot of times they just get real cocky and smart-ass. I feel they think that you won't push up on them. Like if they're getting a little older, they're like, no one's going to fucking bitch slap me if I get a little bit rude or cocky. But wait a minute, though. Every once in a while you come across somebody who will. But most times people just tolerate it, like, think to yourself, damn, that dude's a dick. That's what I thought. I thought he was rude and cocky. He was a dick. I didn't care for him. So on the farm one time, he was in my barracks 8 or something. And I wasn't really talking too much. Didn't really care for the dude, like I said. And he goes to school, and he comes back from school one day. He's like, oh, yeah, man, this black dude, man. We got into it. We had some words. He said he was going to come up here and fight. He ain't going to come up here. I was like, yeah, he is. But some black dude, you have words with him at the school. He said he was going to come up here and beat your ass. Yeah, guaranteed he wasn't passing out wolf ticks. He'll be here. I was like, what dude was it? What barracks he coming from? Right as we're talking, here we see it. 3 black dudes come walking up. He goes, oh, there he is right there. And I knew the dude he was talking about. He played football at fucking BC. He was a big-ass buff dude. And what happened was this welder dude, smart off, got, talked some shit to this black dude, and he wasn't feeling it, man. And I could picture it happening, because like I said, I knew how that welder dude was, man. And so I wasn't there to see it, but in my mind, I'm pretty much taking the black dude's side, like, yeah, he probably just fucking, welder was smart ass and fucking tried the wrong person. But since he's wood, and he's my race, I'm gonna have his fucking back to the fullest, wrong, right, or indifferent. So they come in, but how it goes though, whites will give a one-on-one fight. If you ask white dude for one-on-one fight, you can get it. Blacks will do it too. A lot of times they're set up, a white dude and a black dude, a one-on-one fight. But it always ends up in a riot. Even though they say, hey, one-on-one, no, it always ends up, because the people watching, your homeboys and stuff, it just gets real tense, and something ends up happening to where, no, you've gone too far, motherfucker. Right. So he comes in, I give him props, so he had balls, he just brought 2 buddies with him into a whole barracks, we're like 15 deep white dudes, he didn't give a fuck, brought 2 homies with him, let's roll. I go in the bathroom, start fighting, lays it on that welder dude, it was just a one-on-one fight. One of his buddies was really pacing, dude. I knew it was going to be a riot, because I could tell one of his buddies he brought with him wanted to fight. Just the way he was pacing, he had his fist balled up and the look on his face. We were grouped up too, the whites on this side. They were fighting, and the 2 buddies he had were just kind of right here pacing. Some of the black dudes lived